Today we're continuing the series on the Quack Shack. I'm going to paint today. Stay tuned. Welcome to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host Jerry Hansen, and in the continuing building project series on the Quack Shack, we are going to be starting to paint the inside. I got some white paint to paint it, give it more light reflection inside. Besides, with this reflective roofing, will help brighten it up. And this could also double as a greenhouse if I turn the house to the south. But this is the Quack Shack, and this is what I'm going to be doing. Some of you have been concerned about the lack of joists up here. I explained in a previous video, I have yet to acquire the material to put the joists in, but I'm going to go ahead and paint it. And since I have a couple of months or several months before the next snowstorm, I'm not too worried about getting it up right away. But I do have an idea. I was laying in bed the other night and I was thinking, what material do I have here that I could resource to use as girders? And I had an aha moment. So I came back here to one of my resource piles, and I have stored back here a bunch of metal, one plastic thing, well, two plastic things, so nothing really combustible against the house. But anyway, I was laying in bed the other night thinking that I could use my rails that I took off the solar photovoltaic array that I had replaced still under warranty. So I kept these aside thinking I could use them somewhere. So there's no rule that says I can't use metal girders or joists to hold that roof up. So I have this 9-foot steel girder, two of them, that I'm going to put up in the duck house, and that will be more than sufficient to hold an epic snow load. These are the rails I replaced. You can see that in an episode I had filmed under the Going Off Grid series on me replacing those. So let's jerry rig this and get this installed. You know what? Since these are metal, I'm going to go ahead and wait until after the inside is painted, and then I'll put them up. Okay, I got my paint, and we're going to go ahead and start painting. I'm painting because not so much for the purpose of making it look nice, but also primarily for the purpose of preserving this board, giving it many years of longevity, because this type of board I've seen where left open to the elements, it decays quite rapidly. So we put a couple of coats of paint on it and that'll preserve it. Now right here I'm going to put a support board, and then on the back side of it we're going to get the board and batten, and that will tighten this upper part and this part together and give the roof more stability, more support. So just consider me an unconventional builder. The interior is painted. We got the wood protected, so now I'm going to work on the exterior. I had more red paint than I thought I had, because I had almost a whole gallon from a previous project. I think, yeah, I had a gallon, well, about 3/4 of a gallon left from doing the bunny bungalow. So let's get this painted. Well, we've come to the board and batten application of the Quack Shack. So there's trim that goes above to hold the rafters up on top of the sidewalls, and I'm putting well, let me show you what I'm doing. I'm putting all 4 boards together, and I'm data-weighing them all at the same time, so they'll run up and be able to fit right over those 2x4 battens. Okay, let's get this trim up. We got the board on batten finished on the side and the back. Okay, let's get this batten painted. The exterior is all done. We got it painted, the trim's painted. So now I'm going to go work on the inside and get those rafters up. Well, I got the steel girders up in the Quack shack to support the roof from the snow load. I'm glad I thought of that idea. These are really strong channel iron that I resourced right here from the property. So the snow, with the slope of the roof, this, for the most part, the snow would pretty much melt off the roof anyway, and if not, I can easily reach the roof to grab the snow and pull it off the roof so it doesn't get too heavy. And anyway, we rarely have a huge snowstorm, with the exception of 2017 January. We had an epic snowstorm. Now, unless the Earth's climate is changing back into a cooling trend where we're going towards another ice age, then I'm just going to migrate south. So with that said, this completes the 6-part series in the Quack Shack. Now, total cost out of my pocket for this project, which I actually spend out of pocket, actually technically I didn't spend from my own resources. I have, being a hobby farm, we have a supplemental income which the farm generates, and I have a Homestead income video that gives you a clue on how I generate that extra income. So we purchased the paint with that income. We purchased this, the board and batten and the screws. Total cost was around $120. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this 6-part building project series on building the Quack Shack. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen, here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm, and I would like to thank you guys for coming. We'll see you in other videos. Bye-bye.